Hello there, and boy do I have a unique one for you all today. I was farming Meowths like usual, and I had an idea. Are there any other hordes worth farming besides Meowth and Heatmore? Well, it turns out there is, and it's quite an odd one. Most of you may not have ever known this horde existed, or that it's highly profitable. So take a trip on over to Hoenn with me as we dive deep underwater to Sootopolis City. Grab your scuba diving gear because we're going to be farming Lanturn Hordes. Sootopolis City, a legendary site where the ancient Pokemon Groudon and Kyogre awakened. Majestic and beautiful, Sootopolis is located inside of a volcanic crater off the east coast of Hoenn. The city holds a ton of historic significance to the land of Hoenn and its people. One could spend hours roaming the city, talking to locals, and enjoying the beauty. But I'm here for a different purpose. A slightly more scaly purpose. DeepSeaScales and Yellow Shards, held by the normally elusive Lanturn. However, deep underwater, near the entrance to this grand city, are hordes of them. Lanturn Hordes can be summoned using Sweet Scent while standing in the underwater grass south of the city. Lanturn is a 100% horde here, so we can farm them quite easily. In order to farm Lanturn Hordes yourself, you'll need a few things. Dive and access to Sootopolis City in Hoenn. 2 or more Frisk plus Thief Pokemon. You can get away with 1, but you'll need to heal more often. In this video, I use 3 hidden ability Dusknoirs. Leppa Berries. You do not need Leppa Berries. The PC is relatively close, but the dive plus surfing takes up a decent amount of time, and I highly recommend just using Leppa Berries. A catching Pokemon, in case you find a shiny, and lastly, a teleport Pokemon or Ocarina to heal slightly faster. For the setup, grab your Frisk and Thief Pokemon, Sweet Scent Pokemon, Catcher, and HM Slave or Ocarinas. Fly to Sootopolis and Hoenn, and enter the Pokemon Center to set teleport. Exit and surf under the water. Continue south to the dark water and dive. Exit the cave and walk onto a patch of grass. The lanturns know Spit, Swallow, Discharge, and Signal Beam. You will get confused and paralyzed. Just ignore it and spam Thief. From this spot, simply use Sweet Scent and begin frisking the hordes. You can use my UI setup at this location, the same as we did in our first video on Meowth farming. Using Bill's strings, you can have your Sweet Scent, Run, and Leppa Confirm buttons all lined up. Then you only need to left click until you get a Frisk proc. When you do, hold Ctrl Z to Thief until you steal the item. Rinse and repeat this process until you are out of Thief PP or need to heal. After farming Lanturn Hordes for 1 hour, I'm back with the numbers, and these are quite the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. With only 2 available items, it's quite simple. During the hour, we used 52 Leppa Berries. I found 19 Yellow Shards and a huge 13 DeepSeaScales. The shards are worth 32,300 PokeYen, and the DeepSeaScales are worth an astounding 20,000 PokeYen each, which totals 260,000 PokeYen in DeepSeaScales. That brings us onto our item total, which is 292,300 PokeYen. After subtracting our Leppa Berry cost, we are left with a very, very decent 248,360 PokeYen in profits. It's insane. I mean, this is just wow. Who would have thought that just underneath this ancient sea is an absolute gold mine waiting to be farmed?
The absolute best.
I could not recommend this more. I'm genuinely blown away. 250,000 an hour for Lanturn. Look at this guy for Lanturn. This is getting 3 Maebari stamps of approval. Thank you all so much for going on this little trip down underwater with me. I hope you were entertained or learned something from this video. I know I sure did. I'm going to start farming Lanturn Hordes way more often. If you have any areas you would like me to test next, please leave a comment. Slap that like button and subscribe if you want more content like this. And as always, I'm Maebari. This is Dusknoir. Thanks for watching.